to episode 23 of Out of Wenger's Shadow on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode is the pre-season and transfer special edition. So I'll begin by showing you the squad as it stands now, with all the out of contract players having departed the club and no signings made yet. So I'll be back with that in just a moment. Okay, here is the squad as it stands now then. We do have two goalkeepers currently, but Valdimarsson's loan is due to come to an end at the end of June. So he'll be leaving the club. I want to bring in a goalkeeper who is better than Cohen Casteels and make Casteels my backup this year. So that's going to be the goalkeeping department. We don't have any right backs at the club currently, so we'll need two of those. Centre back, I think we're sorted. I don't intend to sign a centre back unless Fabian Schär leaves, in which case we'll look to sign somebody better than he is. In terms of left back, we are okay. Angelino obviously going to be first choice, with Fernandez as a very capable backup. On to defensive midfield, and again I think we're fine in there. I would like one more central midfielder. On the right hand side we've got two players there, both okay, but if we can find an upgrade for either Zagrova or Santos, I won't turn it down and would sell the other one. Then we do have three attacking midfielders, so I may try to use one of those as a central midfielder potentially to solve that problem. And also I may see if any of them can play as an out-and-out striker. We don't have any left wingers at the club, so I'll be looking to bring two of those in. And then the actual strikers we've got at the club, Faris, although listed as on loan, is joining permanently. That's already agreed. McBurney I'd be happy to see go. And Arezzo, who joined last season, is comfortably the best striker at the club. So anybody that comes in will be looking to be a backup to him. So with the squad outlined as it currently stands, I'll go and make some signings, and I'll be back to show you those in just a moment. Okay, the transfer window is open, and even though we're still looking at last year's transfer lists at the moment, you can see the first two transfers of the summer have gone through already, and Jose Angel Carmona joins for £9 million from Sevilla, so let's take a look at him. He's a right back, 3 stars of current ability, 3.5 stars of potential, a 24-year-old Spanish player. Looks to be a very solid acquisition, very happy with that one. And the second player signed so far is a loan signing of Arsene Wenger from Real Betis. And he can play on either wing and is a 3-star current ability and 4.5-star potential 20-year-old Spanish under-21 international. So he's going to provide options on both flanks behind the striker. And I'll be back in a moment with the next batch of signings. Okay, it's now the 1st of July and time for the next roundup of signings and departures. Festi Abasele joined just after I last spoke to you on the same day as Arsene Wenger, so let's have a look at him. He's cost us $22.5 million from Udinese, and Festi is a right back and right wing back. 3 stars of current ability, 3 stars of potential, 23-year-old Irish international. Very pleased to get him in. He's a decent player who will do a good job for us and provide competition at right back. And moving on, you've got Louis Fildard and Hugo Magnetti have left the club. Fildard for a very modest fee to Niort, and Magnetti on loan to Bordeaux. And then finally we're able to advance to the new season's transfer screen, and confirmation that Faris, who was here on loan from Marseille, has joined permanently. So there he is, 3 stars of ability, 3 stars of potential, 26-year-old striker from Cameroon. So he'll provide competition up front, and I'll be back in a moment with the next batch of transfers. Okay, we're now on the 4th of July, and since I last spoke to you, 1 more player has arrived and 5 have departed. I'll start with the departures. Elisrar Mohamed joins Strasbourg on a free. Sasha Caddy joins Niort on a free. Halker Andrew Haraldsson joins Troyes on a free. Aaron Malouda joins Angers on a free. And Fabrice Dumas left for Lorient for an initial £525,000. And as you can see, the one arrival is a free transfer of our own in Ricardo Sotil from Fiorentina. So let's take a look at him. And he can play on either flank and is a 3-star ability, 3-star potential, Italian, former under-21 international, now 27. So hopefully he can be a solid player for us and can help us going forward. So I'll now go through to the end of July, and I'll round up the transfers for one final time when I come back in just a moment. Okay, it is now the 4th of August, exactly a month since I last spoke to you, and time for the final transfer update of the summer. And as you can see, since I last spoke to you, we haven't made any more signings, but we have seen a number of players depart the club. Alexandre Ribeiro goes to Palmeiras on a free. Alan Virginius joins Troyes for £425,000. Timothy Fosu-Mensah has joined Schalke for just over £500,000. Mohamed Bayo joins Brest for £750,000. And 2 players leave on loan, which is Willity Yunusa to Rodez and Amin Masusa also to Rodez on loan. So with that done, let's take a look at the squad as it stands now. And as you can see, I've had to promote one of my youth team to the first team to cover the fact we've only got 1 goalkeeper. And you will also notice that Cohen Casteels is injured, and he's going to be out for the next 5 or 6 weeks. So Diarra Suba's actually going to start the season in goal. At right back, we've got new signing Carmona and new signing Ebosele. And then at centre back, we've got Gabia, Diakite, Cher and Yoro. And then at left back, Fernandez and new signing Angelino. In fact, is Angelino a new signing? I may be mistaken with that one. No, he's been here a couple of years, so Angelino is not new, but we've got, as I say, at left back, Alvaro Fernandez and Angelino. Defensive midfielders, we've got 3 of them in the shape of Miramon, Skip and Cardoso. In central midfield, we've got 2 nominally in Bentaleb and Almiron, but we've also got central attacking midfielders. Jonathan David is primarily a striker, but the other 2, Haraldson and Yaziki, are both more than capable of playing behind the striker or in central midfield. 2 left wingers at the club in Ricardo Sotil, one of our new signings, and Arsene Wenger, who's joined us on loan. And then up front, in addition to the already mentioned Jonathan David, we've got Faris, who is now permanently ours, Ollie McBurney, who I was looking to offload, and Matthias Arezzo. So that's the squad. I'll be back in a moment to show you the predicted league table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the predicted league table then, and as you can see, we are predicted to finish 5th, which would be good enough for a place in the Europa League, and would exceed the board's minimum requirement of qualifying for the Europa Conference League. So with that in mind, let's have a look at what is coming up on the next episode. But before that, let's round up the pre-season results. We began with a 3-1 victory at home to Red Bull Salzburg, which was quite impressive. We then beat our reserves 4-2. We then played a series of easier games, with one exception. We beat GD Power 10-0. We then played a much harder game against Lyon and won 3-0. We then went back to easier games. Nantes were beaten 11-0. DG United were beaten 8-0. Roubaix were beaten 13-0. Arsenal came out narrow victors by 2-1. We drew 1-1 with Real Betis. We lost 2-0 to Manchester United before rounding off with another easy win, 15-0 against La Chapelle, deliberately done to restore morale after the 3 games without a win before it. And so that brings me on to what's coming up on the next episode, and it will be the first 2 games of the season, away to champions Paris Saint-Germain, and then at home to Metz. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.